And, you know, it's really a tough thing because this has been something that has dogged him all year. I mean, he's got to correct this. And as you grow older, you know, one of the things you learn is to correct yourself quickly, and he hasn't learned that yet. So hopefully he can do it soon.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you both. Have a great call.
All right, thanks, Kylan. Well, here we are. It's a weekend series against the Colorado Rockies, and a lot going on with this Giants roster right now is with the injuries and some of the new players that have been called up. It really is kind of fun seeing the guy and how he's going to do. And that one guy, Mike, is leading off tonight, and that's Jonah Cox, who really is an interesting player.
Well, Jonah Cox is a really interesting player because of how athletic he is. He's one of the fastest guys in all of baseball. He's got a great arm. I mean, you look at his numbers, what he's done as a hitter in the minor leagues, getting to the big league level. I mean, you think, well, it's slam dunk. Another opportunity for him. He learned some things, and then he got hurt. But he's been thinking about all those things that he needed to improve upon. So tonight he's going to have a chance to try and turn some of those weaknesses into strengths.
Leading off and playing center field. Watch this kid. Super athletic. And really trying to make a name for himself to hopefully try to get that roster spot for next year. All right. Should be fun tonight. It's going to be a huge crowd. And we're excited. Stay tuned. When we come back to the NBC Sports Bay Studios, we'll have more right after this.
This telecast is brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. By Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill, largest in-stock inventory in Northern California of your favorite luxury home appliances. By BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BayAreaBMW.com today for exceptional offers. And by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Northern California's premier entertainment destination. The Giants and Rockies meet for the 11th time this season, coming up at Oracle Park. They're all knotted up at 5-5 on the year, so this is a series the Giants will want to win. However, while the Rockies have struggled, they just took 2 from the D-backs, so certainly this will not be a gimme for Landon Roop, who will set the tone on the Hills. We welcome you back in our NBC Sports Bay Area studios. Once again, Sean Estes, Kylan Mills here. Landon Roop making his 50th career start, but first ever against the Rockies, which is kind of surprising. Who has the edge?
I believe the pitcher does when they haven't faced a team before. And I know you can try to simulate on batting practice machines. You can watch video, but until you step in that box, you really don't know the true movement of the opposing pitcher. So I think it's an advantage for Landon Roop, and it become a disadvantage if you beat yourself, and that's the only way, and that's falling behind in counts, walking hitters. So for me, especially the first time through the order, he's got to attack that strike zone with his good stuff, maybe leave something in the back pocket for the second time through, because none of these guys have seen him before. So I'm going to look at that first time through the order. If he's pounding the strike zone and he's limiting hitters counts, he's not walking anybody.
That's going to be the big key for Landon Roop, who's dealt with some command issues in these last 3 starts with a 6+ ERA during that span. More from Oracle Park is coming up next. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
All right, back here at Oracle Park as we get ready for the Giants and the Rockies to take the field as we're preparing ourselves for game 1 of this 3-game series, a Friday, a Saturday afternoon, and a Sunday afternoon. As you see our drone outside the ballpark, absolutely gorgeous. All right, Mike, what do you got?
All right, time now for the play of the game presented by your California Ford dealers. On Wednesday, the Giants turned a 6-5, 4-5 double play with Adames tossing to Koss, and then to Basabe for the first out, and then Basabe turning around to get the runner at second base with Koss covering. It was the first 6-5, 4-5 double play the Giants turned since at least 1974, which is the furthest season we can go back and check to.
Look at Hauser. Hauser is psyched. Well, I got to tell you, so are we. It was a big play at that particular time in the game. So we're getting ready. So are the players. As the Giants starter Landon Roop is going to face the Rockies. We've got Lineup's first pitch right after this.
This telecast is brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. By Provident Credit Union, make life easy. And by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Northern California's premier entertainment destination.
Taco Bell's new $3.
We've got Friday Night Baseball from Oracle Park, and tonight the Rockies and Giants are going to meet in Game 1 of this series, and it's right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and here at the ballpark, it is a very cool 62 degrees, and the wind's at 13 miles per hour.
13 miles per hour was the wind. Let's take a look how it's swirling. So you are getting a little help to right field, which is really the first thing you look at. Most of the part, you're getting it straight away and or to left field. But tonight, it's pretty evenly distributed amongst the wind, and it doesn't look like the swirl is too nasty tonight around the infield.
Let's take a look at the Rockies lineup, brought to you by your Bay Area Chevrolet dealers. Rockies coming in at 48 and 73. It'll be McCarthy, Moniak, and then Willie Castro. G.J. Rumfield having a good year. He's the cleanup hitter, followed by Johnston, Norby, and then Zach Veen. It'll be Tovar hitting 8th and Sullivan 9th. Sullivan the catcher.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander, Landon Roop. Roop into his 3rd year at the big league level. 24th start will be tonight through 23, 7-11 with a 4.22 ERA. A strikeout an inning and more than a 2-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. That's all the good news. Roop, 27 years of age, 6'2", 220. Let's take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Landon Roop. 5 types of movement he's going to show you. A sinker and a four-seamer are his fastballs. Mostly what you're going to see is the sinker. He'll put a lot of balls on the ground. Curveball, changeup, cutter, all pitches that he will throw at any time. And let's take a look at the Giants defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Barry Cotto, Cox, and Lee. Good assist arms across the board. The best arm in left field. Kennedy and Koss will be on the left side of the infield. Basabe and Eldridge on the right side. And Andrew Kisner, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
Kisner with his first start this year in a Giants uniform. He had a start against the Giants this year in a Rockies uniform. So here we go. Here's Jake McCarthy as we wait on the first pitch of this game, and it is definitely on its way, and it's a called strike. So we get started at 7:16. McCarthy having a good year. He's right at 300. He can really run. He's got 13 home runs, 67 runs batted in. Remember, he was with the D-backs, and D-backs waited and waited and waited, and finally they sent him to the Colorado Rockies as that's rolled foul, just foul down the first base line.
Well, he's been a shot in the arm to this Rockies offense. Hitting on top of the lineup for a lot of this year, but hitting 300 with 13 homers, 67 RBIs. That's a breakout year. So he likes it.
That's Warren Schaefer, the manager of this Rockies team. Kennedy off the line at 3rd. And another foul. Spanish audio is available on the SAP channel. Good Friday night crowd. Folks still filing in. Got him. And that's how this game gets started. Put him to sleep, Mike, and then get him up top.
And kind of pitch him backwards. A lot of soft stuff early, and then he finished him off with a four-seamer. I think this is going to be a good pitch for him someday. I mean, he thinks sinker. He thinks knee-high location. But you change sight lines with that high fastball, and you can get strikeouts, and he just did.
Moniak, first pitch swinging. Cox makes the catch. Okay, the ball's carrying.
Don't say that too often. Well, we welcome back Jonah Cox, who's got great range in center field. Here he goes back. And I don't know if he took one from going over the wall, but hey, I don't care. This is a nice looking play.
Yeah.
Landon Roop is digging it.
Here's Willie Castro. By the way, Moniak in this lineup, he's got more home runs than anybody. He's got 19, almost 20. Castro with 13. Here's a call strike.
Take a look at the catch. Good concentration. Filled up the pocket.
Lance Barrett, by the way, is doing the honors behind home plate. Bacon, Walsh, Morales.
Barrett's an umpire that looks for strikes. I've always liked his zone.
And that's tap foul at the plate. It's 2-2. There's Rumfield on deck. Rockies are 4-6 in their last 10 games. It just gives you a little bit of an idea how they're playing. Castro started to go, but held up. Little tapper to third for Buddy Kennedy. And that'll do it. So Roop, a good start. A 1-2-3. First inning, Giants are coming up.
Yep.
All right, Rockies go down in order. Now it's time for the Giants. Let's take a look at their lineup, brought to you by Bay Area Chevrolet dealers. It'll be the Rook, Jonah Cox, to lead it off, followed by Devers, the Rook Eldridge, the Rook Barracoto. John Julio hit fifth, and it's Basabe, Kennedy, Kisner, and Koss.
On the hill tonight for the Rockies will be the left-handed veteran Kyle Freeland. Freeland in his 10th year at the big league level. Former first-round pick by the Rockies back in the 2014 draft. 6'4", 210-pounder. He's 33 years of age. 3-10 on the year. Got up to a horrendous start. He's been pitching well of late. Lifetime against the Giants, 8-10 with a 4.41 ERA.
Well, give you an idea of how long Freeland's been around and how long the Giants have been around. You may have mentioned it, but this is his 30th career start.
Well, I mentioned his record, but I didn't mention that
30's a lot.
He's making 30 starts. That's a season.
Knocking it down at second is Norby, and he was throwing him out.
Let's check out the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Kyle Freeland. He'll give you 6 different types of movement, a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. He'll cut the fastball. Got a knuckle curveball, changeup, and a sweeper. The knuckle curveball is the one that he'll use the most. That and the cutter. But I mean, he's the kind of guy that has got a lot of confidence in his stuff, and he'll throw anything at any time.
Devers, 2 for 10. The 2 hits, home runs. One of those home runs Freeland didn't like very much, and there was a little bit of a back and forth. That was in Denver last year. Freeland jumps out in front, 0-2. Eldridge on deck. Giants come in 50-71. Got him. Round 1 goes to Freeland.
Let's take a look at the Rockies defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in their outfield from left to right will be Moniak, McCarthy, and Veen. Veen has the best arm in that outfield. Tovar and Castro on the left side of the infield. Norby and Rumfield on the right side. Brett Sullivan, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Eldridge hitting .245, and he hits one into left center field, and it's going to slice away, but McCarthy tracks it down. Both pitchers 1-2-3 first.
Well, from the first pitch to the last call, celebrate with Dry Fly Bourbon 101 and Bonanza on the Fly canned cocktails. Learn more at dryflydistilling.com.
Really, really nice job.
Yeah, well, I had to practice that one.
Here's TJ Rumfield. It's 0-0. Roop kicks and deals, and it's a bit wide. Rumfield, good size hitter. He's got 13 home runs, 59 driven in. He's hitting .294. Off the plate, 2-0. That was a strike. And we got a challenge.
Rumfield's a big fella. 6'5", 240, 26 years old.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. I mean, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it's going to turn out fine for Rumfield. I mean, if it's a strike, it's just 2-1.
That's one thing unusual about Rumfield, because he is 6'5". He's got a lot of moving parts. Big, high, Darryl Strawberry-like leg kick. See how he ranks in the rookie ranks this year. First in OPS, first in doubles, second in hits, third in RBIs. He's got a pretty good argument for Rookie of the Year.
Three and two. You don't usually see a 3-2 pitch right there.
No, and ball 3 misses are what you look at if you're a manager and a pitching coach. I mean, that's a 3-foot miss at least. Gets him in the right leg, just above the knee.
Here's Troy Johnson, first base runner in the game. And the first time for Roop out of the stretch.
I mean, Roop will tip you off. If he's going to start having some problems with his release, his misses get big.
That's not a big miss, but a miss. It's 2-0.
It's been frustrating for him. I mean, he can make a team look silly one time through the lineup, then all of a sudden his release will go, and he can walk 3 right in a row.
Good pitch on the inside corner, 2-1. What a beautiful yard.
Yeah, I'm thankful for drones because of what they've been able to do this year and showing us this ballpark in a new light a lot of different times from a view we've never seen before. Enjoyed it.
Eldridge, look at this. 1, Eldridge, 2. Absolutely nothing to it, says big old first baseman.
Well, the one thing that they know about Eldridge when they signed him, he was a two-way guy. They thought he might be a pitcher. He's got a great arm. Good high strike right to the right side of Christian Koss. Easy exchange.
He's put a lot of work in at first base. Not an easy ground ball, but he made it look easy. And this is Buddy Kennedy. And with the help of a double play, a nice inning for Landon Roop. Giants are coming up. Well, it was announced earlier today that the 2028 MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard will be played at Oracle Park for the first time in more than 2 decades. Now the best way to guarantee access is to become a Giants ticket member. Learn more and place a deposit at sfgiants.com/all-star. Oh, 1 to Barracoto. 0-2. Jung-Ho Lee to follow. Barracoto does not have a lifetime at bat against Kyle Freeland. Down the line, and it's going to hook foul.
Some get a base hit over the weekend and a ball down and in. Just really quick to the ball, and it wasn't a bad pitch. It was about 10 inches off the ground.
On a play down the right field line.
That's impressive.
Hit way out towards Triple's alley, and I mean way out there. And tracking it down is Veen.
They'll give you a bit of an idea as to the type of hand strength he's got. I mean, he gets this.
Yeah, this is one where you want to hit it in Denver.
Oh, this is so far out in Denver. It's in the bleachers. Here, can of corn.
Here's Jung-Ho Lee. Jung-Ho with a foul. He's 1 for 6 against Freeland. The one hit a triple. On a play.
Hey. Throw that baseball over to the other side, pal.
That's right.
Believe it or not, that used to be an issue. The home team buys the baseballs.
Slowly hit. It'll be Norby who makes the play.
There's a time back in the 70s that if you were a visiting team and you threw a ball out of the game to your dugout, they'd call you on it.
Well, God forbid you threw in the stands.
Oh, if you threw in the stands, there was a guy from the front office who sat during batting practice, and if you threw a ball in the stands, he'd note it down, and you'd get fined $5 a ball. Take it out of your paycheck.
And a base hit. And I want to say that what you just said is absolutely true.
Yeah, I'm not making it up. Good pitch to hit. Takes advantage of it.
Here's Buddy Kennedy. Kennedy this year 1 for 10 with Seattle, 0 for 14 with the Giants.
He's due.
So he's 1 for 24. Basabe with the lead, and there's a high drive. McCarthy didn't look like he saw it at first. Now he does, and that'll do it. Giants pick up a hit to start.
This telecast is brought to you by Citizens Business Bank. Statewide strength built on relationships.
We have no score as we now have reached the third inning, and we're waiting on Zach Veen to get situated. Come on, Zach. Zach Veen with a healthy rip. Let's see what Zach Veen has done. He is 1 for 3 this year. Flips this one to right. And Jung-Hoo Lee with a sliding catch.
I love that play. I mean, that's just a baseball play. Just slide into it. I mean, big time style points right there at the end. Nice little reach across backhander.
Clip it right off the grass. Atta baby. Here's Tovar. Ezekiel Tovar. From what we've seen Tovar over the last couple of years, see if you agree with me on this, his average should be better than 207.
He should be right around 267. I mean, that shocking numbers for the type of hitter we think we've seen with this guy like that.
Hey, the first hit. For the Rockies. Did you get a good pitch to hit? Let's see.
It always starts with a good pitch to hit. That was on a tee.
Here's Sullivan. Sullivan doesn't waste any time as he bounces this one foul. Sullivan hitting .238. Just a little low. 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in for the Rockies catcher tonight. Low again. Teams have played 10 times this year. They're 5-5. There's a shot to right. And Jung-Hoo Lee is going to track it down.
Nice jump, Jung-Hoo Lee. Right now, we're going to take a look at our pitching decisions presented by Sage. Top of the first inning, Landon Roop struck out Jake McCarthy on 5 pitches. Curveball called strike, then a curveball for a ball, then a changeup. He fouls off. Curveball for a foul, and then a 4-seamer right up top. Grab some pine meat.
Round 2. And the bunt. Roop's going to have to sling it, and he slings it down the right field line. Basabe does a nice job, and they're going to get McCarthy. Basabe back it up, recovered it, and McCarthy with the wide turn couldn't get back. Each team with a hit. Giants with a nice play to end the top of the 3rd inning. And here's Andrew Kisner to lead things off. Kisner has had 4 cracks at Kyle Freeland in his career, and he's 0 for 4. Kisner jumped out in front of that one. Here's the play that ended the top of the 3rd inning.
Well, it's going to be an error on Roop. But look at Basabe. He backs it up, then sees the play right there in front of him. And Eldridge right there going with it. Puts on the tag, and McCarthy's got nowhere to go except back to the dugout.
Two and 2. Tovar on the backhand.
He knew once he got past the bag, he was in no man's land. I think he may feel that tag tomorrow when he wakes up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he kind of gave Eldridge a little bit of a. I didn't appreciate that look, although not much you can do when you're just trying to tag a guy and stab at him. Is it going to hang up? No. Kotz has got a double. McCarthy, a good effort. Get a bit.
Ball really hit to the gap. They had McCarthy shading over towards the right center field gap, and so they exposed a little opportunity there, and Koss finds it. Just about a glove short.
Cox. Now that it's up to Cox, and the ball gets away. What the heck is going on here?
Well, the rule is if you're at second base and a ground ball gets hit in front of you, you stay. And that was the mistake that Koss made. And here's where the Giants catch a break. He extends the pickoff, and you watch the third baseman, Willie Castro. I mean, he just did not watch the ball into his glove, and he missed it.
The whiff. So it's got to be the rule, the fielder's choice. Why is it an error on Norby?
It can't be an error on the second baseman. It's got to be an error on the third baseman. That'll get changed.
So here's Devers.
But there was no 90 feet that they gave up, so it might not even be an error.
Devers struck out. And right now, Kyle Freeland is having his way with Rafi Devers.
That does upset a big league hitter when he's swinging and missing on fastballs. And Freeland's velocity on the fastball is right around 92.
Could be a pair. That's one and two. And that'll end the inning. Fourth inning coming up.
Well, the San Francisco Giants Wine Club joined for exclusive access to Giants behind the scenes experiences and premium wines curated by Sonoma County wine growers. Join now at sfgiants.com. / wine club. There we go. I got it. /
Here's Moniak.
Hey, the gang's all here.
Yes, they are. Pop up. Eldridge by the dugout, on top of the dugout. The ball's in one strike. Moniak hit a ball that carried to straightaway center field, where Cox had to jump just a little bit to make the catch, but he hit it a long way.
Well, a long way in that we were surprised at the carry. I mean, we shouldn't really be surprised. He's got 19 home runs this year. All right, left Brown, the old left-hander. Baby left. And his son down the other line is Blake.
Just laughing at
Brown.
That's how I looked putting my socks on this morning.
Well, it happens to you. You live long enough. Well, tomorrow is Fiesta Gigantes presented by Topo Chico Hard and Bank of America. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Gigante sweatshirt presented by Toyota. Go to sfgiants.com/fiesta.
Oh, my goodness. Here's Castro. And a high fastball with a lot of movement, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Foul back. This is game number 122 for the Giants.
40 left after tonight.
Tony Vitello had a chance to talk to Tony's dad today before the game. Guess what? He watches. He pays attention. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, they're just announcing that they've made the scoring change, right? We said it should be E5, and that's what they've changed it to. 2-2. It's kind of funny talking to Tony's dad, who was a big Cubs fan, and he started throwing out Cubs announcers that were there when you were there, and Cubs announcers that we listened to as kids growing up in Wisconsin, because all those Cubs games are on TV. Vince Lloyd, Lou Boudreau,
Jack Brickhouse.
Yeah.
Hey.
Swing! And a miss.
Good changeup right there. The big thing about his changeup is identical arm action to the fastball and very similar movement. I mean, it's got a nice little tail, good sink. You have a pitch that can get swings and misses and a ground ball. That's a magic pitch.
TJ Rumfield. He got hit on the thigh on a 3-2 pitch. I mean, think about that. How WGN in Chicago was so far ahead of its time when it came to broadcasting baseball. Every game was on TV. And then TBS, of course, went with their national broadcast.
With the Braves.
Oh, and 2 to TJ Rumfield. Goes the other way, but it's going to be fouled by about 3 feet.
But the Cubs drew a lot of criticism for years. You know, first of all, they didn't have lights, so every game was a day game, and then every game was broadcast on TV. But you know, the attendance, people came.
Well, that was the whole point. Teams just didn't televise home games. Giants didn't, because they thought it would affect attendance.
And the reality was the exact opposite.
It was home games on TV were an advertisement to come to the park.
Exactly. Learn the players, get familiar with them, adopt them. That's what makes it fun for a baseball fan.
2-2. The Giants didn't televise home games until they came up with that concept of Giants vision. Swinging a flare to left, and that'll be a base hit. So Rumfield with the second hit.
So you were a kid, you had the Milwaukee Braves. They were a great team.
You know how we saw them on TV?
How?
Watch the Cubs.
That was it.
Yeah.
But you grew up with Milwaukee Brewer broadcasters, and then the Braves left for Atlanta. That had to be rough.
Well, we grew up with the Braves broadcasters. Once the Brewers came, we didn't like them at all.
Oh, did I say Brewers? I meant Braves.
Shot way out into Triple's alley, and this one's not coming back, and it's going to bounce up against the number 8 archway. It's going to be a triple, and the Rockies are going to lead 1-0.
That's about as far as you can hit the ball in his ballpark and not have it go out.
The only hope they had was if that bounced over the wall for a ground rule double.
Just drops right in the slot. Most guys like it middle in above the knee. And Johnston gets both cheeks into it and has to settle for a stand-up triple.
Here's Connor Norby. And he takes a strike.
So did you automatically start listening to the Cubs when the Braves left it for Atlanta?
That was never going to happen. ABS powered by T-Mobile. We dislike the Cubs a lot. I mean, the more Jack Brickhouse went, hey, hey, the more we wanted to punch him in the nose. Another strike. Or now make it the first strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and two. You know what we did? Is we followed the Braves when they were in Atlanta.
Well, they had your guys. Eddie Matthews was your guy.
The Atlanta Braves baseball was on the radio in Wisconsin. 2 and 2.
I mean, Aaron, Eddie Matthews, they had Warren Spahn, Lou Burdette, Joe Adcock.
Hit down the line, and it's going to be foul.
Well, that had to be traumatic for a kid.
Oh, we were crushed. Absolutely. Worst thing about it is they announced it a year before they left, so nobody went to the park last year. Three and two. So the walk. And he started out really nice with a couple of strikeouts. But a little funky hit by Rumfield, and then the big blast by Johnston. Here's Zach Veen.
Yeah, you throw in a walk, and all of a sudden you got a real rally going.
Talking about Veen. Now on the season, 1 for 4. And that's foul.
Ooh, that was close. John Bacon, the first base umpire, making the call. Zach Veen.
1 for 4. The one hit a home run.
Take a look at the one. How close was it? It was close. Veen, a first-round pick by the Rockies out of high school back in 2020. He's a big fella, 6'3", 245. They got some big boys in this Rocky team.
0-2. Runner goes, and it's high, so it'll be a steal for Norby, his 7th of the year. Two and two.
Hey, gang's all here.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Zach Veen.
And this becomes a big pitch. A lot of pitches this inning. I mean, he really was cruising. And now he's fighting for his life. This next pitch will be 31 in the inning.
Foul.
Landon Roop, 151 three-ball counts. It's the most this season in the big leagues. And that was a big miss.
So that'll bring up Tovar, who had a base hit off of Landon Roop in the third inning.
So Justin Metz is going to come out and give Roop a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah, now a word from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly-style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
So the conference out on the mound. Tovar got a good pitch and stroked it right up the middle.
.7 pitches per inning. That's tied for second most in the big leagues. And 4.2 is tied for second most to each hitter that he faces. And as he matures in this game, he's going to have to clean those things up.
Slowly hit. Foul. The only chance Buddy Kennedy had is if he fielded that with his foot on the bag.
Well, I think that's what he tried to do. I mean, this was looking like a thing, and it kicks right there off the side of the grass. There you see the reach and grab with his foot on the base.
Tovar back in. It's 0-1. 0-2. Good pitch.
Roop's got to be very careful with that little rock back that he does out of the windup.
Basabe got him as he roams to his left to end the inning. So the damage is a run. Well, welcome back to the broadcast booth presented by Lazy Boy. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Next to me is Mike Krukow. Well, give me some advice for Landon Roop.
Well, he's got some work to do, and I mean, it's all about being able to make corrections when you go astray. And right now, it's hard for him. I mean, he's making corrections, and you know, I'm not sure if he's committed to them. So as he goes forth, you know, clean up, get more compact. This is not anything unusual for a young pitcher, but you know, he'll get better. The good news is he can go through the lineup and make everybody look foolish, like he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
First 3 innings. But when the innings start to go against him, he's having problems being able to control that inning. But you know, as a player matures, he learns those little things.
Eldridge, high drive, center field, out of here. And this game is tied. Number 13 for the big kid.
And the thing about him, when he hits them, he makes them look easy. They're not over swings. I mean, that ball just gets right out over the plate. He gets extended through it, takes on the deep part of the yard, and just looks like a big fly ball. Gone.
Here's Barracoto.
And that's what I like right there. I mean, he hits a home run. He's going to have a smile on.
This is wrapped the other way, but tracking it down is Veen. So Barracoto has hit 2 balls hard, and he's got nothing to show for it.
That look from the side, you can really see how his body stays in right middle of his feet. And just a really nice hip throw right through. Hip speed is bat speed. And he's got it. Barracoto's had 2 good at-bats tonight.
And who takes a strike?
And nothing to show for it.
Rolls this one to second. Norby with a wrestling job, 2 outs. Basabe with a base hit in the second. And a bunt, and it's going to kick foul.
All right, let's take a look at the most home runs by rookies in Giants history, age 21 or younger. Cepeda with 25 and 58, Mays with 20 and 51, McCovey 13 and 59. He won the Rookie of the Year. Jack Clark 13 and 77, and here Eldridge puts his name on the list with 13. Hits one more, he's going to go right up the ladder to the number 3 spot.
Up the middle. And Basabe's got another hit.
Yeah, I think he hit it right between his legs. That's unnerving. Watch Freeland, the pitcher. Oh, right between the legs. I think you should get like another half base on that. Like it's not a base hit, it's a base and a half hit.
Yeah. With you. Here's Kennedy. And they got Basabe picked off, and he's out. Bryce Eldridge, one swing of the bat to lead off the 4th. Ties this game, and he thought he got it, and he did, and it's bye-bye baby.
Years ago today, Tyro Estrada hit his first walk-off home run off of Will Crowe of the Pirates. It was a 2-run shot to give the Giants an 8-7 win, and it completed a 3-game sweep.
Yeah, he was a good one. I like Tyro.
Yeah, I like Tyro.
Here's Sullivan. Sullivan hit a ball to right field that was caught. Hit it really well, but all over it was Jung-Hoo Lee, and maybe Jung-Hoo's going to do it again. Let's see. It's not going to happen. And a big bounce up against the wall, and Sullivan's got a double.
Rockies are thinking, what do we have to do to hit a ball in this ballpark? Another fastball right out there middle in above the knee, and Sullivan puts a charge into it. I mean, you hit a ball like that, you should go into a trot, right?
Yep.
Not here. I mean, he didn't even get a triple out of it.
So McCarthy gets the job done on one pitch.
Well, celebrate the 2026 Pokemon World Championships with the Giants on Thursday August 27th as the Giants take on the D-backs. Enjoy a themed experience and Pokemon encounters. Go to sfgiants.com/Pokemon.
Moniak takes a strike with the infield in. And a 1-1 game. Both teams now with 4 hits. Out of play, and it's 0-2.
Pure strikeout situation. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Tie score.
Koss is coming home, and it's not in time. Sullivan got a good jump.
Well, I mean, once he left his feet, it was going to have to be an absolute perfect throw. And he throws it on the first base side of home plate and then allowed a window for the hand of Sullivan to go right to the tip of that plate.
It was close. Can't deny that it wasn't close. Here's Castro. Castro hits a very high fly ball to Cox in center field. The triple and the double. The triple by Johnson, the double by Sullivan. Home runs in 29 other ballparks. Like we didn't know that, right?
Duh. I mean, that's what we're thinking about Triples Alley. We're looking at 415 every day.
This is hit on the ground, and Eldridge has to get back. He does, and that will end the inning. So the Rockies come back and take the lead. Well, on Giants.tv, you can watch NBC Sports Bay Area Giants games in the San Francisco home television territory with no blackouts. You can take advantage of the price drop. It's just $34.99 for the rest of the season. This is a good group. Buddy Kennedy. He's going to lead things off. He was at the plate when Basabe got picked off. Rockies lead 2-1. This is the 5th. Kennedy with a high pop-up. Tovar goes out to make the catch.
This got to be driving Kennedy crazy. I mean, he's a lifetime 285 hitter in the minor leagues. That's a pretty good hitter. And he has not been able to bring it up here to the big leagues.
Here's Kisner, who rolled out to short. And he chops this one foul. Freeland with 46 pitches, so that's very good. Pitch is wide. Koss to follow in the 5th. off the end of the bat.
Well, could you go for a crab sandwich right now?
I could always go for a crab sandwich. They are as good as you're going to get here in this park.
Yep, I agree. They are good.
3-2. Out of play. Kisner fights off a good pitch.
Kisner's putting on a battle here. Knuckle curve, four-seamer, knuckle curve, change-up, sweeper, sinker. He's dragged him through the garden.
Look out.
Heads up, Gary Pettis. Can't lose you. And Willie Adames not giving him a whole lot of sympathy. All right, how close was it? That's close.
Yeah, very close.
He was feeling that bruise and it never hit him. Great at bat. Great at bat.
The first walk that Freeland has issued.
Well, Kisner had to work hard for it.
Koss doubled in the third.
Yeah, he's been swinging it well.
Here he takes the strike.
He really got into a hole and he's digging his way out. He's hitting a 197, so he's close to getting off the interstate. One more hit and he'll be off the interstate. The interstate, guys get real quiet in the clubhouse when they're hitting 197 or I-97, which means you're on the interstate.
How about I-95 going into your last at bat of the season?
How'd you do?
Bad hop single over third.
You need to go to church and light a couple of candles on that one.
Can you imagine hitting on the interstate all winter long?
No.
Plus it was in LA.
Well, that makes it even better. Hey, I was a lifetime interstate guy, I-93.
Yeah, that's still pretty good though. 1-2, Koss in a battle. Double play ball. And Koss in a battle. And that's 2. 2-1, Colorado. Well, true baseball fans need Wi-Fi that is so reliable that it never gets caught looking. Xfinity Internet keeps you in the game at one price for 5 years and allows you to get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Rockies with a 2-1 lead. And it will be Troy Johnson who will lead things off. Johnston tripled. And he knocked in the first run for Colorado in the 4th inning. Here's a healthy rip. A little attitude. Big Jung-Hoo fans, and so are we. Little cat and mouse game between Johnston and Landon Root. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Got him. So after the triple in the fourth, Root comes back and gets the strikeout.
Bait right above the hands. Again, going above the belt to get that payoff strikeout. That's completely opposite movement from the sinker.
Here's Norby.
I thought that was one they could have considered putting a challenge on. They haven't. They've got 2 challenges left.
1-0 pitch is down low. There's a strike.
There you see Reaver San Martin getting ready. His second hump he's had. I mean, generally speaking, managers don't want to get a guy up more than once. The more you get up, the more stuff you lose. That's second time for San Martin.
So on the 3-1 pitch, Norby takes the walk. It's the second time that he's drawn a walk.
3 walks tonight for Landon Root. 3 walks and a hit batsman. That's the bad news. The good news, he's only given up 4 hits in 5 1/3.
Here's Veen, Zach Veen, who had a long at bat in the fourth and earned himself a walk. There's a high fastball and a swing and a miss. This one's going to squirt to the backstop.
That's a big miss. I mean, there's wild pitches and then there's wild pitches and then there's that. And it does a little bit of mental damage to your catcher too when you miss that big.
This is hit high and deep and gone. Zach Veen with a big fly.
Well, he's a rookie, and one of the things you want to do if you've got power as a left-hander is come into this yard and do what he just did. Hit one in the pond. And it didn't just barely make it. Take a look at the hanging breaking ball, middle end, just above the knee. And he gets all 6'3", 240 pounds of his swing into it.
I don't think you can hit a ball better than that. There's a bunt attempt foul.
Now let's take a look from our splash cam as to how far out in the water he hit. This is Barry Bonds like.
It makes it a 4-1 lead. And it's 0-1. So the walk before the home run always seems to hurt a little bit more.
Yes, it does.
Tovar goes down. Strikeout number 5.
And that'll be his last pitch.
And here comes the skipper. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. We'll be back. Well, now it's 4 runs on 5 hits and an error. Giants a run on 4 hits and an error. Weaver San Martin is your new pitcher.
8th appearance of the year in a Giants uniform. San Martin in his 3rd year at the big league level.
Throws a strike to Brett Sullivan. And that pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
5 2/3 for Ernie's. 3 walks are going to bother him, and a hit batsman. But I mean, a similar malaise tonight than other starts, where he cruises the first time through the lineup. Then he gets in that 4th inning, and all of a sudden, a couple bad breaks, a couple walks, and then the inning got away from him.
Got him. And that'll end the inning. The damage, a walk, a home run. It's 4-1 Colorado.
Well, this Sunday, pick up the cutest Funko Pop giveaway in Giants history. First 20,000 fans receive a Hello Kitty Funko Pop presented by EVA Air, and the Giants will then host the Rockies. Go to sfgiants.com/Hello Kitty.
They're digging it. Well, the Giants are going to have their leadoff hitter on here, or up here in the home half of the 6th inning. It'll be Jonah Cox, and then Devers, and then Eldridge. They now have some work to do. They trail by 3. Cox fouls the first pitch back. JT Brubaker getting loose. Giants need a base runner or two. And we're going to get a challenge.
This could be close.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
But no cigar.
Two and one. Now it's 2-2.
A little bit of a choke up on the bat.
Three and two.
When you choke up on the bat, how much would you choke up?
No more than an inch.
That's a lot though by today's standards.
An inch is, yeah. Rolled a second for Norby. Here's Devers.
See a lot of different knobs now. I mean, the standard knob is one you just saw with Jonah Cox, but then they have the axe handle that looks like an axe handle. And they have the puck handle, which is an elongated knob.
Devers takes in tight. Yeah, I mean, handles can be a substitute for choking up. Devers is going to lift this one to right. Bean puts it away. 2 outs.
You take a look at some of those old bats that they used back in the 20s or 30s. They didn't have a lot of knob on them at all.
No.
And the other thing you do not see anymore in this generation is thick handle bats like Jackie Robinson used, or Nellie Fox, Richie Ashburn, all Hall of Famers.
Eldridge has got a home run and he fouls this one off.
I think a lot of the reason for that is what you learned to swing when you were a kid. I mean, you had aluminum bats. They were all thin handle bats.
I mean, think about the old days, right? When over half of the ball players were old farmers. They didn't use anything that were thin handled.
No. No gloves. No thin handles on a bat. They had guys back in the 20s and 30s. They used one bat for the whole year.
Just a little flinch by Lance Barrett.
I'm talking
3-1.
I'm talking everyday players too, not just guys that had 100 at bats. The history of the bat, fascinating.
Maybe thinking that one was low.
I think he was thinking off speed on that 3-1 count.
Shoots this one up the middle. And Tovar is going to throw him out. And that'll end the inning. All right, we'll head to the 7th. It's 4-1 Colorado. All right, let's check out our game summary brought to you by Toyota. Well, so far, It's been Kyle Freeland who's done a really nice job. He allowed the home run to Bryce Eldridge in the 4th. The Rockies have dinged Landon Roop for 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then the home run by Zach Veen, a 2-run shot in the 6th, and that's where we stand. It is time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on.
38th appearance on the year for JT Brubaker. I mean, he's a converted starter that came into the bullpen this year, and he's really been a good add and been a big workhorse of late.
There's a pop-up out of play.
Brubaker, 32 years of age, in his 7th year at the big league level.
Good pitch, 1-2. The foul. Look out.
Heads up.
Heads up is right.
So you think it's easy being a big league game camera person? It's not.
Is this Kinsner? No. Right inside that screen.
Totally deked me. Let's take a look at our fan, how she did. She got it. That a bit. So we know what they're going to be talking about tonight on the way home.
1-2. On the ground to Basabe. One out. Here's Moniak. Moniak an RBI in the 5th on a ground ball fielder's choice. There's a foul back. 1-2. And that's foul.
Look out, left.
Left. Pay attention down there.
He's a Rawlings guy.
Yeah. Left Boone himself. 2-2. Got him.
Front door sink. See you later. Just such great use of movement. Notice his fastball does. He throws that thing off the plate. It freezes Moniak and comes right back into the strike zone, almost the whole ball.
Out of play, Willie Castro. And tight as he gets spun around. (4-1) Colorado. Here's the 1-1. And it's just a little bit off the plate. Tomorrow we have day baseball, and we have day baseball on Sunday. Everybody loves their day baseball around here. Wasabi is going to wrestle this one. And that'll end the inning. All right, Giants have some work to do as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
All right, time now for our Ultimate Performer, brought to you by your Bay Area BMW Centers. The most memorable moment of the 2007 All-Star Game right here on the shores of McCovey Cove. It was the inside park home run by Ichiro, the first ever hit in the Midsummer Classic. And today, Giants announced they will be hosting the All-Star Game again in 2028.
And a strike to Victor Barracoto, who's going to lead things off here in the 7th. It's a 4-1 lead for the Rockies. This is kind of what Kyle Freeland will do to you. The Giants have had their days where they've knocked them around, and then Freeland, on the other hand, has had his time where he's been very dominant.
Well, 8-10 lifetime with a 4.4 ERA. This is his 30th start against the Giants. That's a lot of starts against one team.
I mean, look, he's 3-10.
Well, he got off to a horrible start, but he's dug himself out, and he's throwing good baseball now.
1-2. Got him. That is strikeout number 2.
Yeah, but you know what he does well? He pitches to contact. When he's good, he'll let you put the ball in play, but you're not going to get all of it. You're going to be just short of it. The old comfortable 0 for 3 or 0 for 4.
Plus, he's a rhythm guy, man. He gets in his rhythm, and you got to get him out of it. And the Giants haven't been able to do that. They have not had a runner in scoring position, with the exception of one in the 3rd inning.
There you see the number of pitches. He is not going over the 15, which is what pitching coaches prefer. They want 15 or less pitches an inning. The one guy who's figured it out, though, is right here. Wasabi's got 2 of the 4 Giants hits.
Giants are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. That's tap foul. 2-2. Roll to third for Castro. And a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Freeland. 8th inning coming up. Well, our upcoming schedule is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. We got 2 more games here against the Rockies. Both day games tomorrow and Sunday. An off day Monday, and the Giants will hit the road. They'll play 3 in Cleveland and 3 at Fenway Park. And here's a new pitcher. It's Trent Harris. And he's facing TJ Rumfield.
This will be his second appearance in the big leagues.
Yeah, he got knocked around a little bit his first appearance, which sometimes we don't count.
Yeah, you're a little geeked up that first time around, but he is unique. I mean, he's got a really high release, and his curveball has got a very big 12-6 break. And there it is right there.
Like the old Iron Mike pitching machine.
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to call that a drop. 6'1", 210-pounder. Trent Harris signed out of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. His fastball, he's got a good one. I mean, he can go up there anywhere from 94 to 97 miles per hour. Cuts the ball. Got a sweeper. Yeah, this is going to be a strikeout from Mr. Harris. That was a good pitch.
Who's challenging this? ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Yeah, Kisner did. They're going to want that ball. It's his first big league strikeout. That's one you want to save.
And don't you have to write in there about help from ABS?
Yeah. No.
We don't want all the information. There's a pitch down low. Troy Johnson's got a long triple right out to 415. He throws the ball nice and easy.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, you really can't count a guy's first appearance. I mean, you just have so much adrenaline, you can't even feel your hand. And if a curveball's a big weapon and you can't feel your hand, you're kind of at a disadvantage. And the pitches he got hurt on in his first outing against Detroit were hanging curveballs. But he's much more settled down tonight than he was in his game against Detroit. But he'll be joined at the hip the rest of his life with TJ Rumfield, his first big league strikeout.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Take a look at the fastball. The thing about it, the high over the top release from the fastball, it can be straight. So when you have a straight fastball with not a whole lot of movement, you need to be able to locate a little bit better than if you had movement. But one good pitch for him fastball wise is across the letters to hitters. High. Oh boy, he tried to backdoor that cutter and he just missed. Well, tomorrow the first 20,000 fans are going to receive a Gigante sweatshirt presented by Toyota. Go to sfgiants.com/fiesta. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
Well, it has always been a sweatshirt city.
See, I think that's one of the things that is a prerequisite to where you live. You have to be able to wear a sweatshirt 320 days a year.
Well, when you're from the Midwest, Says fouled. You just kind of think California is all the same, up and down the coast, right?
Yes.
Warm, hot.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be more further from the truth.
It's a pretty remarkable place when you
City for sweatshirts.
But think about it, how many times when you're living over in Danville, which is a 45-minute drive without traffic, how many times did you leave your house where it was over 100 and you get to the ballpark and it was 55?
Especially, I mean, Candlestick, my goodness. It would happen, not a lot, but certainly 2 or 3 times a year.
This guy does not need a sweatshirt.
Got him. Ran this in.
He just comes right above the hands. Again, if you have a straight fastball, location is your best friend. And that is a perfect pitch with that fastball.
Here's Veen. Veen hit one way, way back into McCovey Cove in the 6th.
Think about rookies when they hit a long home run. You know what they try and do in their next at bat?
Maybe hit one a little further.
Yeah, hit it longer. Rick Russell, who was a great pitcher, and he had a great touch. With his fastball alone, he could throw it at 3 or 4 different speeds. And he had a motto about when guys hit it hard off him, the harder they hit it, the softer you throw it.
That's a good pitch. Challenged again by Kisner, and I think he's going to win another one. ABS powered by T-Mobile. What do you got? And what would Mike Shannon say?
Strike one. But you know what? I mean, that's got to be. I mean, the whole ball was in the strike zone. Somebody's got to pay a fine.
2-2.
And he still hasn't thrown him the curveball yet. This is where he likes to surprise a guy. You know, all these guys, they don't know this guy. Advantage, Mr. Harris, if you've got a curveball like he does and nobody knows you have it, or at least they haven't seen it in the batter's box.
All right, now we got a full count. This is probably going to be a 3-2 challenge fastball. Mr. Veen probably knows it.
Yeah, he's got a cutter he's got good command of too.
And he jerked the string on.
Whoa, left. Stay up. I got money on you. That move right there just put Left in the Ball Dude Hall of Fame. And his son was there to see it.
Well, what does Harris do in his second outing in the big leagues? He strikes out the side.
Swinging. Tonight's game, the Giants recognize this year's Willie Mays Scholars, created in honor of the Willie Mays, the great Willie Mays. Here tonight is Elon Elias, who is headed to Boston University. Caden Maxey could not be here tonight because he's moving into his dorm at HBCU Benedict College today in North Carolina. This is the 4th graduating class, with each scholar receiving $20,000 for college. Congratulations.
0-2 to Buddy Kennedy. Cole Carrick is now in center field. McCarthy moves to right. Kennedy takes low. 1-2. Kennedy is flied out and popped out. Foul in front of the Giants dugout. Little ground ball to first. So Kennedy retired. And here's Kisner, who reached on a walk in the 5th. And he fouls it back. Giants need base runners. Way outside to even the count. Two and one. And a pop-up. Rumfield comes down to make the catch. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Christian Koss. Christian Koss doubled in the 3rd. And he bounced into a double play in the 5th. It has not been a game where the Giants have had that many scoring opportunities.
No, Freeland's been that good. He's really kept them off balance.
Had 2 at-bats in the 3rd inning with runner in scoring position, and they're 0 for 2 for the game. That foul.
Brennan Bernardino. Get ready. One of 2 lefties they have in that Colorado bullpen.
And more work for Rumfield. And that'll do it. 9th inning coming up. Check out the Giants Talk podcast presented by Mancini Sleep World, covering all the trending Giants news and featuring exclusive guests. Listen to the pod or watch it on YouTube. Giants Talk only on NBC Sports. And here's Tovar. Cole and Alex doing their job. Both will be in Boston. Here's the 1-1. And a pop-up. Eldridge is going to run out of room. Tovar had a hit in the 3rd inning. Since then he's rolled out and struck out. This is the 9th. It's kind of crept up on us. And we're going to get a challenge from Kisner, who's been pretty good tonight challenging. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Let's take a look at it. And it is high.
A little high. Hey, if I'm a catcher, I'm using them up too. Why not? If you get to the extra innings, you get another one anyway.
Nine hits in this game. 9. So a 3-2 curveball.
The other thing too about Harris, I mean, with as straight as his fastball is, his best ground ball pitches are his off-speed pitches. His fastballs, straight fastballs, they're fly ball pitches.
Here's Sullivan.
Kisner's going to come out. This is wisdom from an old catcher to a young arm. And it's going to be like this. Throw strikes. You want to stay here? You got to throw strikes. Throw strikes. Okay.
That's right. You were rewarded the 9th inning. Throw strike.
You don't get a lot of, tenderness from catchers. Especially old catchers to rookies who aren't throwing strikes. They don't have a lot of patience with that. They're worse than managers.
Line drive. That'll be a base hit. Coming off the end of the bat. Sullivan's second hit. And here's McCarthy. McCarthy is 0 for 4.
Jason Foley getting ready.
Foul. And we always like that play because if you're thrown out at first, it's a sacrifice and you've advanced the runners. If you're not thrown out at first, you've got yourself a base hit. And he went after that one. It's now 0-2.
Hey, you don't see that very often. I mean, if you do see a guy bunting twice in a row, it's usually a guy hitting his 8th or 9th spot. Not a leadoff hitter. Not a guy who's got speed like McCarthy has.
And even more rare to see a guy show bunt with 2 strikes. I don't think he knows he's got 2 strikes on him.
I don't know what's going on. It's news to me. They got a 3-run lead. He's hitting 300. At least he was start of the game. Now he's down to 296 or 7 with his 0 for 4. But
and they're going to get a force play.
It's a nice play.
And I'm still confused, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. You're the bunter, but nevertheless, this was a nice play because this has got some spinach on it. And he goes after with a bare hand and a little shovel pass strike. But this balls that are spinning, catching them barehanded are not easy.
Here's Moniak. And he takes wide.
That's the strangest at bat of the year.
Yep.
Plus, after trying to show bunt 4 times, he shows bunt, pulls it back, and he hits the ball and it didn't make a noise.
Yeah, it's not good when you show bunt twice and it doesn't happen, but you swing and it's like a bunt.
Yeah, this bat's a rough at bat.
So Harris had to come in. He's got to come in again, otherwise he walks the bases loaded. Which he will.
And that wasn't close.
We'll have a new pitcher. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. Bases are loaded. Four runs, 6 hits, an error for the Rockies. Around 4 hits and 1 error for the Giants. Bases are loaded. It'll be Jason Foley to come in. He's going to be facing Willie Castro.
9th appearance for Jason Foley. Got a good sinker, and he can get a ground ball to get out of this inning. Foley, 30 years of age. He's in his 5th year at the big league level. 6'4", 215-pounder.
Souvenir down the left field line to even the count at a ball and a strike. By the way, the crowd tonight, 38,258 on a Friday night. Watching these two teams in the 1-1. And a fly ball to left for Barracoto. His throw is going to come. Yo.
Well, you got a good arm. You want to show it off, but
Victor, what are you doing?
That was a mistake.
So, cut it a sacrifice fly.
And then an error, which you didn't need to make.
And it advances both runners for Rumfeld. And it's wide, 1-0. I mean, young players have to realize that everything they do the rest of the way is the powers that be are keeping track of this stuff.
Well, they keep track of physical errors and mental errors. And a mental error is 3 times worse than a physical error. And that was a mental error. The other thing too is you're going to get corrected as soon as you get back to the dugout. They're not going to wait till tomorrow. He's going to be a coach right in your grill when you get back to the dugout.
And the simple question is did you really think you were going to throw out that guy at home? No.
But again, when you have a great arm, you want to show it out. At 38,000 plus here, you want them to say that's the best arm I've seen in a while. Instead, they're talking about the bad decision to make a throw.
Brumfield with a healthy rip. It's now 3-2.
He was on it.
Walk loads the bases.
3 walks this inning. 7 by Giants pitching and a hit batsman in tonight's ball game.
Johnston had the longest hit in this game, a triple out by 4:15. Sullivan, the catcher, later on hit a double out in the same spot. One ball and one strike. Wasabi gets a grass cutter to end the inning. The damage is a run. It's a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Rockies with a 5-1 lead. And Colorado brings in a lefty. It's Brennan Bernardino.
Take a look at the numbers for Bernardino. A good healthy body of work. 57 appearances, 3-3 with a 2.72 ERA. Not a hard thrower. You're going to see low 90s, but lots of movement. Cut it, sink it, sweeper, curveball, cutter, changeup. Big guy, 34 years of age. He's in his 4th year at the big league level. 6'4", 215-pounder out of Cal State Domingos Hills.
Jonah Cox is 0 for 3.
It's the kind of guy you want to see hit a line drive through Triples Alley just to see him run.
Instead, high drive. Left center field and off the bottom of the wall, and now he's on the move. And now the ball is dropped. Jonah Cox with a triple.
Well, they saw him swing through a lot of high fastballs before he went on the IL, and they were intent on staying high across the letters tonight. Here he turns around and beats the scout report. Gets himself a 3-bagger, almost pumped it out of here.
Here's Devers, who takes it tight.
I thought he hit it out.
Devers has one run in on his hands. He goes the other way, and that's a base hit. So Devers will round the bag. He'll jog into second. That's a Devers specialty right there.
Well, it saves the night. Inside outs it down the line. And with the shift put on defensively, nobody close to picking that thing.
Eldridge, center field. And did he catch it? And the umpire says he did, and this will be a double play.
Giants are going to look at this. Cole Carrick, the center fielder, he covers a lot of ground. And they're going to look at it.
Manager's Challenge is brought to you by Mazda.
San Francisco is challenging the call of the catch.
Well, you can write double play in your scorecard.
That is a double play. That is a nice play from Carrick. But I mean, if you're Tony Vitello, you really don't have much to lose. I mean, the bad thing is you got to stay out there. I mean, Devers has left the field, but Eldridge is still at first.
The field is confirmed. It is a catch. The batter is out, and the runner is out at second base.
So 2 outs. Viracoto. 1 ball and no strikes. And a base hit to right field. Say this, when that kid hits him,
They're loud.
the contact is really loud.
Really loud. I mean, the right field is really his key. And I think that he got a little pull happy here tonight. And I think this swing of the bat may get him back inside the field tomorrow. Because that's a strength of his, the right side of the field.
Jung-Hoo, he's hit 3 ground balls to second base. And this is rolled foul. Pop-up, and this should do it, is Castro is over, and that's the ball game. So game 1 of the series behind Kyle Freeland, who was very, very good. He picks up the win in this one, and the Rockies are victorious.
Well, I just think that the Giants kind of got handled by a veteran pitcher that just specialized in taking the sting out of your at bat, and they were not a lot of loud balls hit off of Freeland tonight. I mean, it was a masterful job. And the Giants just got bitten with the base on balls and hit passes. A lot of free passes tonight. And this is not how you win.
So the Giants now go 2-5 on this homestand, and they'll look forward to a better performance tomorrow. Final score, it's the Rockies 5 and the Giants 2. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Toyota Giants postgame live starts right now.